Dear students and friends, a new aspect is being dealt in the grammar related to English grammar. So here we have to concentrate mainly regarding the changes of the tenses, the pronouns and the changes regarding the different types of the sentences. So the concept or the aspect which we are covering is direct and indirect speech. So when we change the sentence from direct speech to the indirect speech, so there are many things that we have to concentrate and change according to the rules that can be applied. So this will help in your regarding your exam purpose and also the usage of language while writing, and also to enhance the usage of language. Now we'll start in detail regarding the main aspect or the important aspect in grammar, that is direct and indirect speech. Introduction. The words spoken by a person can be reported in two ways, direct and indirect. So usually the sentence or the words that is told by a person, it can be expressed or it can be reported in two ways, that is direct and indirect speech. When we quote the exact words spoken by a person, we call it direct speech. When we quote means when we tell or when we express the words spoken by a person exactly without making any changes, whatever he has told, the same words are repeated again, then we call it as direct speech. Rohan said to his father, "I want a cricket bat." The exact word spoken by Rohan are put within inverted commas. The exact words. He tells, I want a cricket bat. So you have not made any changes there. Exactly those words are put within inverted commas. So it is called as direct speech. When we give the substance of what Rohan said, it is the indirect speech. So when we give or when we try to tell or explain the substance of what Rohan has told, then we call it as indirect speech. Rohan told to his father that he wanted a cricket bat. Rohan told to his father that he wanted a cricket bat. So like this, the direct speech and indirect speech is used in our language. So usually this type of sentences given in direct speech or indirect speech, you get to see a lot in the newspapers or sometimes in the articles. So there, if you go through in detail, you can also enhance your language regarding direct speech and indirect speech. Rules to use reported speech. Identify the type of the sentence, whether it is a statement, question, imperative. In imperative, whether it is a command, request, instruction, so on, or exclamatory sentence. So what we have to do is, first of all, when you see the sentence, you have to identify which type of sentence it is, whether it is a statement or an interrogative sentence or an imperative sentence. In imperative, you get to see command, request, instruction, advice, so on, or it is exclamatory sentence. So you have to find it out. Then identify the tense used. So you have to see in which tense the sentence is expressed, present, past or future. Usage of pronoun needs to be changed. So here one thing is identifying the sentence, type of sentence, then the tense in which it is written or presented, then there is need to change the pronoun also. So we have to identify all these things. Change the expressions of time and place. So the expressions that are used to refer time and place in the direct speech, that also should be observed and that also should be changed. So everything is done in the future slides. These are the rules, you have to keep it in mind. Using proper reporting verb. So usually when you put a direct speech into indirect speech, a sentence in direct speech into indirect speech, reporting verb is very important. So what are these reporting verbs? They can be like said, told, inquired, questioned, exclaimed, asked, and many more according to the type of the sentence. Now said and told, usually it will come in statements when you report the statements. Then inquired, questioned, that will be, or asked, it will be used when it comes to the interrogative. Then asked, exclaimed, it is used regarding the exclamatory sentence. So again, advised, suggested, all these things, or commanded, all these things can be used when you change imperative to imperative sentence in direct to indirect form. So like this, you should be very accurate regarding the reporting verb. No inverted commas are used in indirect speech. So when we change a sentence from direct to indirect, when you are writing the sentence in indirect speech, the inverted commas are removed. It will be not used. The tense of the reporting verb is never changed. The tense of the reporting verb, it will be never changed, especially the reporting verbs. The conjunctions that, if, whether are generally used after the reporting verb. So usually when you are writing the sentence in indirect speech, so when you are using the reporting verbs, again to connect the sentence or the reporting verb with the other part of the sentence, we use the conjunctions like that, if, whether, and so on. So these are the main rules. So you can go through the rules again and again, and then you can see when you write the sentences from direct to indirect. So you can observe these things and try to understand what are the rules mainly applied when you change the sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. So in the first part of the video regarding direct and indirect speech, I have concentrated on the main rules that are needed to change the sentence from direct to indirect speech. So read the rules and apply it when you change the sentence from direct to indirect, or if you have several examples, there also you can just glance how these changes are followed. So I think you have followed the rules here, and it will be really helpful to you all in doing the exercises regarding direct and indirect speech. The next part of the video, we will concentrate on the changes regarding the tenses. Thank you. Keep watching the videos.